So here we are going to do H2, so I'm going to put position relative bottom or top. So change position of H2 to relative. So H2 parentheses, get a gap, enter, position, colon, relative, semicolon, and does that do it? Right, so position, relative, semicolon, top, semicolon, 15 pixels. So as you'll see, it moved that there. You see, moved me. So top 15 pixels, semicolon. See that moved? See it keeps moving. See it moved me. It keeps moving. So that's position relative top colon 15 pixels, semicolon. Yabba dabba do, moving on. Hey, cool beans. Right, so move a relative position element with the CSS offset. CSS offsets top, bottom, or left or right tell the browser how far offset an item relative to where it would sit in the normal flow of the document. You're offsetting an element away from the given spot, which moves the element away from the reference side effectively opposite direction, as you saw in the last challenge. Using the top offset moved the H2 downwards. Likewise, use a left offset moves an item to the right. Use CSS offsets to move H2 15 pixels to the right and 10 pixels up. Okay, so H2, and I want to make the H2 15 pixels to the right. So right colon 15 pixels semicolon. So you'll see move me moved, and 15 pixels to the right and 10 pixels to the left. No, and 10 pixels top, 10 pixels semicolon. Your code uses CSS relative position to H2 10 pixels upwards. In other words, move it 10 pixels away from the bottom of where it normally sits. So it's at the bottom of the top. Your code should use a CSS offset to relative position H2 15 pixels towards the right. Wait a minute, then should that be left then? Hey! Happy. Joy. Aye, I was happy, alright. I worked that out for myself, yeah. Yabba dabba doo. So, lock an element to its parent with the absolute positioning. The next option for the CSS position property is absolute, which locks the element in place relative to its parent container. Unlike the relative position, this removes the element from the normal flow of the document, so surrounding items ignore it. The CSS offset properties, top or bottom, left or right, are used to adjust position once nuisance with absolute positioning. Once nuisance with absolute positioning is that it will be locked relative to its closet position ancestor. If you forget to add a position rule to the parent item, this is typically done using position relative. The browser will keep looking up the chain and ultimately default to the body tag. Lock the set span element to the top right of its section parent by declaring its position as absolute. Give it top and right.